Hi, my name is Mark. I'm from Dynamic Sport Physio. Today I want to show you how to use a Postural Pro to release out the side of your hip and your thigh. So this exercise is one of my favorite to stretch out the hip area and the pelvis, which is a very common problem for a lot of people. Prolonged sitting positions, prolonged standing positions can all make the hip really stiff. So this is one of the methods I use to encourage self-massage of those areas, so you can actually get the release of those muscles, increase circulation, and decrease that stiffness and pain in those areas. So let's get to it. First movement that we want to do is putting the roller onto the floor and want to lift the body off, move on top of the roller, and then place your buttock cheek right onto the roller. So start by gently rolling downwards and upwards. And your aim is to find some of these tight and sore spots. So I can feel one there, a little bit tender and sore, and I just want to sit into it. So relax the elbows a little bit to allow the weight to sink down into the roller. And you should feel that it's working right into those muscles. So you want to go down as far as you feel comfortable. If it's too sore, lift the body off a little bit. If it is okay, bend the elbows a little bit more to allow the muscles to sink into the roller. So gently roll around to find another spot and hold and breathe. And wait till it releases out, then roll a little bit more. You can probably see it here. Roll a little bit more and hold and breathe. Now you can also choose to bring your elbow down onto the floor so you can roll right up into the lower back junction, so it increases the amount of rolling you're able to do. Again, once you find a sore spot, just hold it in position and breathe and allow those muscles to relax out. Now, one of the things I get from people is that once you get better, what do you do? How do you make a progression? How do you make a progression out of this so you can press harder? One of the first things I do is to just relax my muscle into the Postural Pro or the roller to allow a deeper release. Second thing you can do is start to lift your leg. If you move your leg up, you'll find that the pressure will increase. The closer the knee is to the chest, the more pressure. The further away, the easier. So play around with the leg a little bit. Again, once you find a sore spot, you can just bring your leg on top of the other leg, and then you're in position to get that next stage of the release. And then search around, and then find another spot and holding it there. So that's what I do for about 2 minutes to 5 minutes to release out the side of my hip. Now moving down into the side of the thigh, I do it in the side lying position. So when you're ready, grab onto your Postural Pro, and let's have a lie down onto the side. And let's place a roller right underneath the middle part of your thigh. We'll start with that part. Lying down, and when you're ready, stacking your legs, and you might already feel the pressure. If you feel it, just hold it there. If it's too much, then we want to turn upwards towards the ceiling to make it easier. If you want a little bit more intensity into your stretch, turn the other way, facing downwards to increase that pressure onto the side of your thigh. So I can feel that pressure there. It's getting onto the side of your thigh, and I'm just going to hold it there and again breathe through the movement for around about 2 minutes. You can slowly feel that release. And once you feel like it's released enough, you might want to turn forwards just that little bit more to get more pressure into it. So how do we progress this one? Similarly for the first exercise, with this movement, all we have to do is to lengthen out the bottom leg. So I have my leg on, bottom leg straighten out. So moving the bottom leg will slowly press more and more into that junction, so I can feel more pressure when I lengthen out the leg, feeling more pressure there, and then turn just that little bit more to get more pressure into it. So moving the leg will help to increase that intensity into that pressure position. So these are my top 2 exercises to help me release at the start of my thigh and my hip with the Postural Pro. So things to watch out for. Number 1 is making sure you're doing the movement very, very slowly, and always work within your pain limits. Making sure you have the ability or the techniques to make it more intense, or you can take the pressure off if you want to. Okay, so finding the happy medium where you can feel the release rather than a very strong pain. Now, second thing is to breathe through the movement and making sure you're moving very slowly. So breathing through to allow that release. And the number 3 thing you want to do with to watch out for this exercise is that making sure that you don't feel any pain after. Okay, during the movement you might feel a lot of pain, but when you come off the exercise, you should feel nothing. There should be no pain remaining. If you get pain after, you either went a bit too hard or the part is a bit inflamed, something is not right. So ask your physio about it if you're concerned about doing this exercise. Otherwise, I hope you have fun practicing this one. It is painful, but it's going to give you excellent results in releasing out your hips. If you know anyone that might benefit from this exercise, please share this with them so everyone can get their hips nice and flexible. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.